One of the biggest box office hits since the Nickelodeon is Star Wars. I saw it, and like you, I was enchanted by the performance of its hero. May the Force always be with him. Here is Mark Hamill.
And may the farce be with you.
The farce be with me?
Why not?
Did I say that? I don't believe that I said that. Did I say the farce, really?
Well, I know the force has
don't.
always been with
This is not the kind of close encounter I had in mind.
We're here to present two...
Behave yourself, R2. Mark is talking. Of course, I'm just as excited as you are. Now do be quiet.
You see, my friends here are a perfect example of the combined talents of actor and technician. Creating creatures that never existed. And sounds that have never been heard before. You know, I sometimes feel like Zeppo Marx alongside Groucho and Harpo. Unique sounds add a distinct dimension to, and we're here tonight to honor two very special achievements.
Excuse me, Mark. He's excited about a special film. Close Encounters of...
The Third Kind. You know, it's really nice to have Anthony Daniels as C-3PO to say all the hard parts.
The Board of Governors of the Academy, upon recommendation of a select committee of the Sound Branch, has given a special Sound Effects Editing Award to Close Encounters of the Third Kind.
The award goes to Mr. Frank Warner.
Follow my own act. For this honor, I thank the Board of Governors and the Special Sound Committee. To Julia and Michael Phillips and Steve Spielberg, three very special people, thank you very much for the freedom to express myself. And to my dear friends who share this with me, thank you.
Oh, will you hush? He's a little nervous. Well, you don't have to thank anyone. The Academy's already done that. And now, for the other movie, which I think these two are particularly interested in.
A Special Achievement Award has been voted by the Board of Governors upon the recommendation of the Sound Branch Executive Committee for the creation of the alien, creature, and robot voices featured in Star Wars.
The award goes to Mr. Benjamin Burt Jr.
I'd like to specifically thank Ken Mura of USC Cinema and producer Gary Kurtz for giving me a start on this film, and for associate producer Jim Nelson, whose great friendship and encouragement, help me out, fellas, helped me a lot during the film. And I'd like to, of course, thank George Lucas, who had all the great ideas and provided all the inspiration for the things in Star Wars. Thank you very much.
Our next presenter began her career at the tottering age of 5, when Orson Welles put her before the camera in Tomorrow's Forever, a prophetic title. She's been a star ever since, with the sensitive Jimmy Dean in Rebel Without a Cause, the beloved Rosalind Russell in Gypsy, singing and dancing in West Side Story, and playing the role of Carol in Bob and Carol and Ted and Alice. Here is Natalie Wood. You look beautiful tonight, Nat, even prettier than when we did Gypsy.
Were you in Gypsy?
Yeah, don't you remember? I did the body makeup for the strippers.
I'm here to present the Costume Design Award. A costume is anything you wear on stage, from a fig leaf to a wedding gown. And what you wear in the movies is designed by some of the nicest and most unflappable people in our community. I know because they've done wonderful things for me. This year's nominees are Florence Klotz for A Little Night Music. Her gowns will be worn tonight by Sid Charisse and Stockard Channing. Irene Sheriff for The Other Side of Midnight. Camilla Sparv and Priscilla Barnes are wearing the sheriff's designs. Edith Head and Burton Miller for Airport 77. Eleanor Parker and Deborah Raffin will show their fashions to you. Anthea Silbert for Julia. Michelle Lee and Karen Black are dressed in her creations. John Mallow for Star Wars. Susan George wears his intergalactic concept. And Kermit Eller wears the Darth Vader costume. Is John Mallow for Star Wars.
As you see, the costumes from Star Wars are really not so much costumes as a bit of plumbing and general automobile engineering. Anyway, my thanks to George and Gary, and particularly to the wardrobe department, especially Ron Beck, and to all of you for giving me this very happy tribute. Thank you very much.
We are here to give the Oscar for the Outstanding Original Score. Obviously, it was not one of the Silent Picture Awards in 1928.
As a matter of fact, it didn't come along until 1934. The first winner was One Night of Love. The nominees this year are John Williams for Close Encounters of the Third Kind,
George Delarue for Julia,
Maurice Jarre for Mohammed, Messenger of God,
Marvin Hamlish for The Spy Who Loved Me,
John Williams for Star Wars. And the winner is Olivia.
Oh, big moment. Goodness. The winner is John Williams for Star Wars.
Very much, George Lucas and Gary Kurtz, for the opportunity of composing a score for your marvelous film. And to Lionel Newman, Herb Spencer, and the London Symphony Orchestra for a splendid performance, and I think a great recording by Eric Tomlinson. And for myself, ladies and gentlemen, my warmest thanks for this very treasured award and marvelous moment. Thank you.
A lot of gold's being given out tonight, but Hollywood will never run out of it as long as we have treasures like our next two stars. He made his sensational screen debut as Golden Boy, and we'll never forget his leading lady, whose performances are never less than 24 karat. The Golden Boy and his Golden Girl are together again tonight, William Holden and Barbara Stanwyck.
Before Barbara and I present this next award, I'd like to say 39 years ago this month, we were working in a film together called Golden Boy. And it wasn't going well because I was going to be replaced. But due to this lovely human being and her interest in understanding and her professional integrity and her encouragement, and above all, her generosity, I'm here tonight.
Oh, Bill.
Barbara and I are pleased to give the Sound Award because, by coincidence, this is not only the Academy's 50th anniversary, it's also the 50th birthday of Sound Talking Pictures.
When Al Jolson said, "You ain't heard nothing yet," he anticipated one of the most famous billboards in our moving picture history. Garbo speaks.
Greta Garbo is one of the silent stars who survived the advent of sound. And that deep, throaty voice perfectly complemented that exquisite face.
And thanks to sound movies, her voice still thrills us.
The nominations for accomplishments achieved in sound are Robert Knudsen, Robert J. Glass, Don McDougall, and Gene S. Cantamessa for Close Encounters of the Third Kind.
Walter Goss, Dick Alexander, Tom Beckett, and Robin Gregory for The Deep.
Robert Knudsen, Robert J. Glass, Richard Tyler, and Jean-Louis Ducamp for Sorcerer.
Don McDougall, Ray West, Bob Minkler, and Derek Ball for Star Wars.
Theodore Soderbergh, Paul Wells, Douglas O. Williams, and Jerry Jost for The Turning Point.
And here, my golden boy, you read it.
The winners are Don McDougall, Ray West, Bob Minkler, and Derek Ball for Star Wars.
Accepting the award will be Don McDougall, Ray West, and Bob Minkler.
This is really an honor, and Buzzy was right. Your hands do get wet. I'd certainly like to thank George and Gary for all they've done for us. They gave us an opportunity. I must also thank Bob Litt, a gentleman who helped us very much. Steve Katz, another one. All the wonderful mixers who aided us in the early stages of our work. And all of you, thank you very much.
I'm deeply grateful. Thank you.
To present the Oscars to the winners of this year's special visual effects, here's the lady who once shared my gondola in the canals of Paramount, Joan Fontaine.
Well, do you realize this is about the first time we've acted together since Casanova?
Yeah, well, being at your side, fair lady, has never worked.
Oh, sweet Robin. Age has not withered, nor custom stage or infinite gallantry.
And Donnie and Marie think they're cute.
All right for you. There are 2 nominations for Best Achievement in Special Visual Effects this 50th anniversary year, and they are Roy Aborgast, Douglas Trumbull, Matthew Jurisic, and Gregory Jean, and Richard Jurisic for Close Encounters of the Third Kind. John Sears, John Dijkstra, Richard Erdland, Grant McCune, and Robert Blalak for Star Wars. And the winners are John Steers, John Dijkstra, Richard Edlund, Grant McCone, and Robert Blalak for Star Wars. Somebody's got to say something.
Can I say something? Yeah. Well, ladies and gentlemen, this is a fantastic feeling to be up here with these guys, fantastic guys, wonderful American crew, and please don't forget the British guys that work with me just to make it possible to be here. And thank you, Gary and George. Fantastic. Thank you.
I'd like to thank Mr. Kurtz and Mr. Lucas and the thousands, literally, of technicians who made it all possible, because that wasn't done on a sound stage. And I'd also like to thank Doug Trumbull, who started me in this business. Thank you.
Thank you so much.
I'd like to acknowledge the visual effects workers from the past who made our achievements possible. In particular, Bill Reinhold, Jack Caldwell, and Paul Lerpay. From the Star Wars production, I'd like to thank Paul Roth, Jamie Short, John Dijkstra, George Lucas, and Gary Kurtz. This is ours. Thank you.
Here's an unusual man, an Italian who doesn't sing. He's one of this year's nominees for Outstanding Performance by an Actor. He's famous for his brilliant love scenes with some of the world's most beautiful actresses. And I think anyone who plays opposite Sophia Loren and convinces an audience that he's a homosexual deserves a nomination. And with him is a star of TV films and posters. She's been on so many magazine covers, she has to stamp the date on her forehead so people will recognize her in public. There's been so much written about her, even Rona Barrett has nothing left to say. Ladies and gentlemen, a fantastic duo, Farrah Fawcett Majors and Marcello Mastroianni.
You have had your special day, and now I have my special night being here with you. Thank you.
Thank you. You're very kind. Thank you to everybody.
The nominees for Outstanding Achievement in Film Editing are Michael Kahn for Close Encounters of the Third Kind,
Walter March for Julia.
Walter Hanneman and Angelo Ross for Smokey and the Bandit,
Paul Hirsch, Marcia Lucas, and Richard Chu for Star Wars.
William Reynolds for The Turning Point.
And the winner, Miss Fawcett, is...
Okay. The winners are Paul Hirsch, Marcia Lucas, and Richard Chu for Star Wars.
This is a great honor, especially in light of the excellence of the competition this year. On a personal note, I'd like to thank Brian De Palma for believing in me for so many years. And I'd like to express my admiration for my colleagues, Marcia and Richard, who are not only great editors, they're great people. We had a wonderful, hardworking staff, Todd Bucklehide, Jay Miracle, Mike Kitchens, and Pam Maloof. We had an inspired sound editor in Ben Burt, one of the most knowledgeable producers in the business in Gary Kurtz. And last but most significantly, we had a director who, apart from his many other obvious talents, is himself a fine editor, George Lucas. Thank you, George. Thank you.
A young fellow who put the Fonz on hold while he made 2 hit movies last year. And he did it the hard way, without any acting advice from me. With him, one of the glittering jewels in the Hollywood treasure chest, Greer Garson and Henry Winkler, right here.
Miss Carson, I would just like to say that it is an honor to stand here tonight with a star of your magnitude.
Why, that's very gracious of you. We could call it a nice encounter of the Academy kind, couldn't we? What would you say if I told you that I was really delighted to be up here with the Fonz?
I'd say you show good taste.
I think the Academy showed good taste in giving you the award, Mrs. Minifer.
Why, thank you, Henry. And now, let us name the talented and gifted people who have been nominated for their great achievements in art direction. The nominees are...
George C. Webb for Airport 77, set direction by Mickey S. Michaels.
Joe Alves and Don Domino for Close Encounters of the Third Kind. Set decoration by Phil Abramson.
Ken Adam and Peter Lamont for Spy Who Loved Me. Set decoration by you, Scaife.
John Barry, Norman Reynolds, and Leslie Dilley for Star Wars. Set decoration by Roger Christian.
Albert Brenner for The Turning Point. Set decoration by Marvin March.
And the winner is John Barry, Norman Reynolds, and Leslie Dilley for Star Wars. Set decoration, Roger Christian.
We're very pleased to accept this beautiful award on behalf of all our friends and compatriots who worked so hard to make these sets of Star Wars a success. And there's one man whose name should be engraved on this above everybody else, and whose name should be on every frame of Star Wars, and that's George Lucas. Thank you, George.